Hey, Sala, what are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here? I'm doing my job.
Y'all know the name. dSource.
Well, to be honest, I don't think that neither fighter is scared of either one. And I think Floyd definitely is not scared because he has no reason to be. And I think the reason the fight is happening, and everybody knows the reason why the fight is happening, and that's because of Bob Arum. I mean, why when they thought Floyd was going to jail, you had no problem saying that, oh, we'll fight him. And the second that he got cleared and wasn't going to be able to, when he got cleared and then, and was able to have a fight that day, next thing you know, Bob said, oh, well, we can't fight this soon. We have to fight in June. So it seems like to me, and I know firsthand that Pacquiao isn't scared, and I know firsthand that Floyd isn't scared because I've talked to both sides.
Mm-hmm. Right, and this is exactly what my position is as well because I know people on both camps. Primarily, I know more people on the Pacquiao side, but to me, it looks like it is a situation where Bob Arum's kicking the can down the road, and basically, in my opinion, he's not ready to cash Manny Pacquiao out yet. And in an interview that I did with Joe Tessitore of ESPN, he said it best that maybe the fight will happen, but probably not till the last fight of Manny's career. And I also agree with somebody else that I don't think it's going to happen unless Arum's out the way. But maybe Arum will cash him out at the very end.
Yeah.
Definitely. Scoop, did you have any questions for Jeff Mayweather?
Nope, no questions. I mean, we saw it all. We saw all the answers in the Bob Costas interview. It's about self-preservation and the fear of losing his health.
What can you say? What can you say about that, Jeff?
Well, like I said, I mean, Floyd has no fear of no fighter. And surely don't have no fear of Manny Pacquiao, who actually lost twice to Marquez, and Floyd with Marquez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you would have thought Floyd would have jumped at the opportunity to make the fight after seeing the Marquez performance. You would have thought Floyd would have jumped at the opportunity to, make the fight at 50-50 after seeing the Pacquiao-Marquez fight. But strangely, he didn't.
It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with Floyd. It has something to do with Bob.
Exactly.
And are you?
No one mentioned anything about 50-50 until they knew Floyd wasn't going to jail. His sentence got delayed, and all the other things didn't materialize. Then they stopped at the 50-50. And then once they got the public to stick with that, and people didn't realize they were arguing over venues. If Floyd did agree to the 50-50, they still got to argue over where they're going to have the fight, according to Bob Arum, or where he wants it to be. That still hasn't been resolved.
Do you think Floyd will move from his 50-50 stance? Like, what do you think it would take to really make this fight happen?
You got to get rid of Arum. I think they could have made this fight without Bob Arum being involved. I mean, because I don't think this is really all Manny. I think he's just being told what to say, and Arum is the one that's pulling the strings.
What's the problem with Arum? Why can't he just make the fight with Arum?
You can make a fight with Arum if Arum doesn't want to make the fight. Arum is like that kid that I tell you, he's like the kid that if he can't play with the toys, he's going to break them all, so can't nobody else play with them either. That's
Bob Arum maximizes his profits. He maximizes his money when it's all top-ranked card. He controls the person.
That's false. I know for a fact that Arum wants to make the fight. He's wanted to make the fight for 3 years now. I know that's totally false. Hey, Rachel must know about that. Ask Rachel.
What did he have to benefit by making the fight?
Rachel does have experience with dealing with Bob Arum in contracts.
Oh, she loves me.
What do you think about this, Rachel?
He's my best friend. You know what I would think would be, okay, first off, it's not going to happen without Arum because Manny re-signed with Arum, right? So that's not going to happen unless he wants to renege on that contract. Second, I honestly think it would be totally interesting, and I've said this before a couple times, that what if the fight negotiations were, there's a date, there's 6 months before the fight. What if the fight negotiations were on a public forum where the fighters are there themselves, each of them get a representative, whether it's their manager or I don't know who else it should be, Arum, and everyone brings to the table what, the fight negotiations are based on business. It's not based on two fighters. Assuming that two fighters want to fight, let's assume that Manny wants to fight Floyd and the feeling's mutual, then it's about business. And if it's about business, bring the paperwork to the table. This is a venue that wants to provide this much money if we go with this person. This is that option. Fight amongst that and figure that out, because it's having these fighters attack each other's personality and what's going on outside the ring is not doing anything. You think they're pissing each other off. It's just really, it's dumb. It's a high school game. It's about the management. It's about who wants what cut, and being on a public forum, you can't go back and be like, well, he said this and I didn't agree to it, and there's just way too many people in addition to that. Let me just put that out there. Manny has way too many people talking on his behalf.
Yeah, but that's impossible. Let me. I'm sorry to cut you off, Rachel, but Team Mayweather and Mayweather's go-to guy, they call Al Heyman, will not even talk to Bob Arum privately, so he's never going to talk to him in public. They can't even. Team Pacquiao cannot even get in contact with Arum with Al Heyman in private. No, they never discussed.
Now, who has a problem with Heyman? Is it Arum having a problem with Heyman, or Heyman having a problem with Arum? Arum is publicly going out and said he can't do business with Al Heyman and don't want to sit down with Al Heyman. Now, you're already saying that. Then you're already saying that you don't want to try to make the fight happen.
No, Arum never said he won't talk. He wants to talk.
Yes,
he's tried to talk.
I even have the video.
All right.
I will not sit down with a dishonest man.
That is, bring in Jeff. See what Jeff.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I wanted to get Jeff's thoughts since I don't, he's on the line for not too long. So Jeff, what do you think about this?
Well, don't get me wrong. At one point in time, of course, I was in the middle of the negotiations on the fight itself. At some point in time, Bob was talking about possibly making the fight, and then all of a sudden, negotiations just fell apart. And, like I said, two fighters, they want to fight together. There's no doubt about that. Like I said, I've talked to both sides, and have been talking to both sides for the last 2 years.
Self-preservation.
Yes, the fight.
How about
of course?
How about this? Sorry about that. So how about this whole Gamboa situation? Are you familiar with what's going on? Because it kind of borders on the same issues.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't see where that's. I don't know either.
Yeah, because Gamboa was spotted training at Mayweather Gym, and he didn't show up to the press con today, and he's saying something about Arum, there's no contract, and he wants more money to fight Rios and stuff like that.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Of course, Gamboa, I seen him at the gym yesterday, and I'm assuming he was there today too. I'm not sure, but anything as far as negotiations or anything like that, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. I just know that he was at the gym yesterday.
Doing my job, 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 doing